Brendan O'Malley in that pole position from Johnny Byrne, and then Robbie McGowan also on the right hand side of your screen. In behind him on the second row, number 11, John Cahill, then Nicole Lynch in the middle of that second row, number 21, the solitary female rider in this class. They make the approach into turn 1, and it is the number 76 machine of Robbie McGowan makes the early running around Max's turn 1, and through turn 2 they go and make their way on the slight rise up into the turn 3 countryside. They go, and you can see the raindrops on the lens of our camera there as we pick up on our leaders on the exit of turn 3.
Yeah, turn 2, that first left-hander in these conditions will be quite tricky because it's not the left-hand side of the tyre that sees that much action. But they'll be cautious enough, I guess, for the first lap or two on the shortened national track before they put the hammer down.
Yeah, 12 laps ahead, and already coming up on the approach to Southside Motor Factors turn 6, our early race leader Robbie McGowan. John Byrne going well there on a Suzuki 750. John Byrne, and in behind him is in fact, let's get them started. It's Noel Carroll from the Laois rider from Stradbally County Laois. Noel Carroll third into turn 1. Then it is Brendan O'Malley on the GSXR 1000 Suzuki. The rain coming down now, ladies and gentlemen, ever so slightly on the windows of our tower, but we're concentrating on the live pictures here. And there's a move from
is that Noel Carroll?
Noel Carroll diving
outside of the S's.
Yeah,
on John Byrne, partners in crime.
Certainly was. So Noel Carroll, the quiet-spoken man from County Laois, very, very unassuming man. Noel, if you ever met him of an evening, you wouldn't put him down as a road racer, but Noel certainly knows how to get around Mondello Park, and Noel Carroll certainly closing the gap. Brendan O'Malley has gotten ahead of Johnny Byrne as well. Brendan O'Malley up into third there on his ZX10R, Kawasaki in the lead, and Noel Carroll on a 750 Suzuki. Certainly, it might suit the 750 with the slightly lower horsepower machine, and able to.
Handles quite like a 600, so you've got the best of both.
John Byrne having a little break back on the approach there to turn 4. There they are on the live pictures, and so two little battles going on in the race here, one for the lead and one for that second place, but Robbie McGowan holding steady there in the lead from Noel Carroll as they exit Southside Motor Factors. So you can see the top 4 riders into view as they disappear.
Yeah, it's gone very steady, this race, I have to say now, given the mixed conditions that we started off in, but it has dried off nicely now, and you wouldn't venture to say that the track is actually damp or anything like that. So, but you probably can't use the full potential of that ZX10R.
You don't have as much
it's
grip.
Coffee time once I see that, I just don't have any experience.
There's Brendan O'Malley has dived up the inside of Johnny Byrne. Brendan has got up into third place, the pole position setter, and with the superior powered 1000cc Suzuki, seems to be gaining a bit of confidence. Yes, he has. He's more confident now in the grip.
Second there, that's nicely done. So will he be able to challenge the 1000cc ZX10R that Robbie McGowan has?
Brendan, certainly the confidence is up there now, because he dropped back earlier in the race from that pole position when those raindrops were there. So as we say, these rain.
Some riders, some better than others. Yeah. Robbie McGowan has extended a little bit of a lead, but maybe just the dice between the 3 Suzukis behind him has probably given him the little advantage, because the fastest lap so far in this race is actually with Noel Carroll on that 750cc Suzuki. So you can see just the utilisation that's available of the power of the ZX10R isn't much benefit at the moment when the 750s and 1000s are coming up behind you also.
There are the leaders, 4 of them all very close together indeed, down onto the main straight. Good race, 2000cc's versus the 2 750s in behind them. So it's Kawasaki versus Suzuki 1000 versus 2 750, and there's John Byrne up the inside of Noel Carroll.
That was a tidy little bit. Maybe Noel just didn't probably see that attack coming, but John's made it stick. But they're going to have a drag race out towards the dog leg, and it's still John holding that third position as they come into the double X apex. But still Robbie McGowan on the ZX10R ahead of Brendan O'Malley. We think that's a 1000cc GSX-R for 182 Brendan O'Malley in P2. Well, two 750s then chasing down.
And another change of position here. Yeah, it certainly was. That's
Robbie McGarren's dropped back into third position, and the lead has gone to Brendan O'Malley. Dry conditions here, you have to say now, despite the odd drop appearing. But John Byrne is sitting second. Robbie McGarren is going to maybe capitalise with the straight and the horsepower, extra horsepower on the X10R, but doesn't make full use of it at the moment. We'll be able to dive on the brakes. He's having a look into Max's turn one. No, he's going to come out of that in fourth position. So he was leading this race up till the last lap.
Yeah,
but
I think
now
there may be
fast.
Certainly some sort of an issue there, Andy, because he's just going absolutely backwards at the moment. John Byrne, where's he gone? What's he had for breakfast? Yeah, Robbie McGowan has disappeared. So I think Robbie McGowan is. And there's John Byrne having a look up the inside of Brendan O'Malley.
Yeah, had a good go, but just wasn't close enough to make it stick. But the 1000cc will probably get a little bit of a power advantage up the hill into Southside Motor Factors. We've seen John Byrne on the brakes, whatever he can do here. We'll see. No, just not close enough at the moment. A little bit wide on the exit of Southside Motor Factors, and the drag race continues. But he knows. See, Willie Marr giving him some information there to let him know that he's not too far away.
Maybe it was Noel Carroll who was the retirement, and possibly so it was Noel. But anyway, leaders have some traffic to deal with.
John Byrne takes the lead with a brave move up the inside of the dog leg. As they passed the back marker, it fell to his advantage that he took the inside line. Brendan O'Malley was a little bit cagey to hold the outside, but didn't work out in his favour.
On screen into the final corner, and it is Johnny Byrne's going to take the win in this one. He's done it. Johnny Byrne is going to hold on certainly for the win, and he'd be delighted with this, taking the win from Brendan O'Malley on the superior powered Suzuki. But Johnny Byrne, the Wexford man, takes the win in the Superbike B class on his 750
Won't be a child watched
Suzuki.
in Bunclody tonight. That's going to be a very popular win for John Byrne. Well done, John. And Brendan O'Malley, of course. Great dice between the two. 750 power versus 1000, but the experience of John Byrne has made that one stick, and he's going to be a happy man heading home tonight. Well done, John Byrne. Fantastic.
Circuit here at the back of the paddock, all given Johnny, and he's absolutely delighted with himself there. Off the track, and big hugs there with Brendan O'Malley and Johnny Byrne. He's like the cat who got the cream, John.